What's going on, everyone? This is Jim from RC After Dark. Meant to do this last night, but never got a chance to. Ended up falling asleep early. Doing the repair on the WL toys, putting the new drive shaft on, and trying to swap in the new pinion gear. I had a couple little issues with the drive shaft. These ends right here are the Entergy ends that came on the Entergy drive shaft. And I don't know if I necessarily like this little ring that was holding everything on. I ended up switching out the ends and put the Vatera ends on the Entergy drive shafts. On both ends. And as far as the vehicle goes, I didn't put the front drive shaft in yet. There's a lot of stuff that you have to do. You basically have to take apart the whole front end to get access to the drive shaft. And I don't know if I really even feel like, diving into it at the moment. I'm just going to run it, I think, until it breaks. And when the WL Toys one breaks, then I'll bite the bullet, tear it apart, and put in the new Entergy front drive shaft, which is sitting right here off to the side. The rear drive shaft is all hooked up. I got her sitting there. And we are currently messing around with pinion gears. I just attempted to put the 40 tooth pinion gear on here, or the 41 tooth. Right here, this Trinity pinion gear. Shiny. Would not fit. Just not enough room. It ends up hitting the spur gear. Like, let's say the spur gear is where my thumb's at. So it would have to come over that much more to make it fit. And it just won't fit. So now I'm going to try to put a 31 on here. And like I said, I'm trying to gear it up a little bit. A 40 tooth is what Vatera said was the maximum. And I'm trying to hope, or kind of hoping that I can get close to that. At least to try to up the gearing on it. So don't know for sure. Gonna try this one out next. This is the 39 tooth. Give this guy a whirl and see if she flies. Wow, and it's not just Team Trinity, it's Team Epic Trinity. Who knew? I had two gears that said that. No, that's not the right one. That was for the 41 tooth. It said Epic as well. And my 36 tooth doesn't. It just says Trinity RevTech. Weird. Alright, so 39 tooth. See if this guy makes the distance or not. Pretty tight fit down in yonder here. Especially when you're trying to do it on camera. And that one is not going to work either. Just like the 41, it is just too close to the spur gear. And I can't get that motor over any farther, so gonna have to go smaller, unfortunately. And you know what? I take that back. Excuse the poor camera angles here, everyone. I took a pair of needle nose pliers, this curved end. This is kind of a no-no. Pried it in between the motor and the transmission and moved the motor out as far as I possibly could. And just barely got that guy wedged in here. So that is a 39 tooth. It is on here. The motor's back as far as it can possibly go. I'm not too sure on whether or not that's going to be the right lash on the gear or not. Don't know if I can get a piece of paper in there just yet. But I'm going to pull that set screw out, put a little bit of Loctite on the set screw, reset it, tighten it back down, and then try to adjust the lash here. And hopefully we can get this 39 tooth to fit on here. Because I had a 31 tooth on here previously. The only other gear that I have is a 36 tooth, which isn't much of a jump. I'm really hoping I can get this 39 on here. So give me a minute on that one. And we are back. She is on there. She is all hooked up. And we do have a piece of paper wedged in between it. Make sure that we have proper lash on everything. But you're not going to be able to see the grooves probably because the paper is just so reflective. Alright, so she is back together. Everything seems to be jiving okay. Time to get this baby bolted back up so we can go out and do some videos. Once again, today is Saturday morning, October 7th, and it's right around 11 o'clock in the afternoon. Hoping to get this thing together ASAP. So I'm probably going to cut the video somewhat short just so I can concentrate on fixing this thing so I can actually do some run videos for you guys. So bear with me for a minute here while we put this baby back together. And I just boxed up or bagged up all the gears that I'm not using, put them into a separate bag to lay off to the side. Always put my stuff in a bag just to keep everything nice and clean and debris free. While I'm holding these, I just want to focus on these little set screw holes here on the Trinity gears. Mental note, that aluminum on the Trinity gears is pretty soft. It doesn't take much at all to pull the threads out of that hole. So, you know, you always kind of want to tighten your pinion gears down as much as possible, but man, with these guys you have to be somewhat careful because it's very easy to strip out the hole or to pull those threads out. Mental note on the Trinity gears. Yep, and custom stuff, custom problems. Can't get the spur gear cover back on just because of this little notch right here. It won't fit over top of the pinion gear. So I'm gonna have to remove some material from the inside of here to in order to make this cover fit back on. And I kind of need the cover back on. If I don't, then any little foam that I stuff down in here is gonna get caught up in the gears and turn into a real mess. So this really needs to be on. Well, alright, in order to make this work, I needed to remove that little chunk that was up in that corner, and did that, and I also had to tear out a little chunk on the bottom here to allow complete clearance. So now we can totally clear. The cover will still be on there. No foam will probably be, you know, the foam's not going to have a chance to get caught up into the gears. I wouldn't necessarily take this off-road in the dirt like this, just because it's really leaving a gigantic gap there to allow stuff to get into the cover. Not too worried about trashing the cover. I do have another plastic cover from my twin hammers that I can put back on if I ever convert this back over to a full dirt use vehicle only. So we'll get this guy installed here. Enough talking. Alrighty then, we are back just like that. She is all back together. Greasy fingers, dirty fingers. Yep, for sure. That will happen. That will happen. Alright, so she's all ready to rock. Back together. New pinion gear. New rear drive shaft. So I think that's going to conclude this video. Yeah, once again, man, custom truck, custom problems. Boy, hit a few other snags here and there. No big deal. I managed to plow through it, so we are good to go. And that includes this installment of RC After Dark in the middle of the afternoon. It's currently 12:15. I can't remember what time I started this. It was probably a little after 11, so maybe a little bit more than an hour. And project is finished. All right, so today going out, going to see what kind of damage we can do with this truck today. And also going to take out the NQD tear into boat down to the river and see how she handles in stock form. Maybe do a little trail finding too with the trail finder. Haven't ran it since I put the new low profile transfer case cover on there, or transfer case skid plate or mount or whatever. So need to get that guy out as well. And that's going to conclude the show for the moment here, guys. Thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe. Share with your friends as always. And we will see you on the next video.